Hello, in a previous video I showed how an ESP32 can work as a small web server and how we can view data like temperature and pressure or time directly in browser. In that project the ESP32 was only sending data to the browser, and today we are taking the next step. This time we won't just look at data, we will actually control the ESP32 from the browser. To be more specific, we will control this LED which is connected to pin 2. We will start with the simplest possible example and then we will slowly build our way up. We will use CSS, JavaScript, and it will be fun. Just like in the previous video, I divided everything into multiple small examples, so it is easy to follow and understand what is going on. We will begin with basic HTTP concept and end with a clean, centered user interface that smoothly communicates with ESP32. Don't miss part 1, you can find link in the description, and if you like this, don't forget to subscribe. Let's go! In the first example, we use the simplest possible approach. ESP32 acts as web server and sends a very basic HTML page with only 2 links, on and off. Clicking a link sends HTTP requests to ESP32, which turns LED on or off. You can see these 2 functions which are called with these on and off links. There is no JavaScript, there is no CSS, just pure basic HTTP. Like always, you need to set your Wi-Fi data, SSID, password, and name of your, let's call it, domain. Make sure when you run serial monitor that you have this Wi-Fi connected. That way you will be sure that your board is connected to internet. To run this, I will copy this name of my domain. I will go to browser. I will paste this and I will add a .local. And now we have our page. I can click on and off. In the second example, we made a small but important improvement. Instead of simple links, we are using buttons. HTML buttons. There is still no JavaScript. The buttons are part of HTML forms, and clicking a button still sends a normal HTTP GET requests. The logic inside the ESP32 code stays exactly the same, but user experience is a little bit better. In browser, I will just refresh this page and here is result. So we are just using buttons. You can check also state of your LED in a serial monitor. I forget to mention that in example 1. And now let's see what is example 3. In the third example, we add CSS for the first time, and you can notice that this handle root function and our HTML code now has CSS. It is important to understand that ESP32 doesn't know what CSS is, it just sends text. The browser reads that text and uses the CSS to control how the page looks. So CSS is used to add color, spacing, cleaner layout. Using the CSS, we can make our page looks much nicer. But page still refreshes after every click. Rest of logic is the same. I can go to browser, I will reload my page, and now I can see it looks much nicer. Larger buttons, font, status, but it's still boring. So let's make something even better with example 4. Example 4, our final example. This is where things start to get really interesting, because in this example we are introducing JavaScript and we are adding even nicer user interface. So this page code is even bigger now. We have our JavaScript part and CSS part is even larger. The web page loads only once and JavaScript runs in backgrounds. When we click a button, JavaScript sends a request to ESP32, the LED states change and the user interface updates without refreshing the page. This is how most modern web application works, without reloading. And that is key idea. If I go to browser, we can see that we now have a clean UI and centered layout, which looks nicer. The functionality is same as before, but overall experience is much better. I hope that this video will also be popular as last one, because in that case I will make another one. In next video we can go even further. For example, make some sliders to control brightness of LED, RGB LEDs, relays, or even some home automation projects. Or we can combine these two tutorials and have temperature and LED control in the same way, and even use a board with built-in display, so we can also show some data there. But first, you will need to help me. Please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, watch this video a few times if you want. And if this is really helpful to you, feel free to support my work. In description you can find links for, you can buy me coffee, become my Patreon supporter, YouTube thanks. There is many ways. Thank you. I also wanted to say something important. HTML, CSS and JavaScript might look complicated at first, but the goal is not to memorize everything. What really matters is understanding how the browser and ESP32 communicate. Once you understand that connection, you can improve the design and features step by step. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in next video. Thank you and goodbye.